Hello guys, welcome to our channel 10 minutes code, and today we are going to solve the second problem of the lead code. The problem name is add two numbers, but this is not an easy problem. This is a medium level problem, and here we don't have to add two numbers. Okay, means we have to add two numbers but in the form of linked list. So there are two linked lists and we have to add the two linked list, okay, and give the final linked list. But here the numbers are in reverse order. So you are given two non-empty linked lists representing two non-negative values. So integers will be non-negative. Okay, the digits are stored in reverse order. Okay, so here 243 is stored. So the resultant number will be 342, as you can see here as explanation 342, and 564 will be 465, and the output will be 708 will be reversed, and with output will be 807. So this is the explanation. But what we have to do is, this is 243, 564 and 708. We have to return the output as 708. Let's check out. So how can we do it? Here the first input is 243 and second is 564. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to add these two linked list and we are going to print the 708 value. Okay, now just ignore this thing. Now first of all, we are going to iterate from 2 and 5, okay, from the first value of the linked list. So here when we see 2 plus 5 will be 7. So 7 will be stored in a third. We will create third linked list to store the resultant data. So 2 plus 5, 7 will be stored in the first node, and then this will be iterated by 1, and then 4 plus 6 is 10. So 1 will be carry over here, and 0 will be here. Okay, now we come to the third iterate. Then 3 plus 4 will be 7 plus 1 will be 8. So 708 will be the output. Now here the size of the linked list is same, but when the size will be different, what we are going to do is, we are going to see if L1 is not equal to null pointer and L2 is not equal to null pointer, then we have to store the value. For example, here L1 is not equal to null pointer, so first we have 9, then L2 is not equal to null pointer, then we have 9. So it will go till the fourth iteration. Okay, after fourth iteration we see that L2 does not have value, so means L2 is null pointer. So we'll give the condition if L2 is equal to null pointer. So if L2 is not equal to null pointer, then else statement will be L2 is equal to null pointer. Okay, so then we will keep this value as 0. So 9 plus 0 will be 9. So this is how it's going to work. Okay, I will code and I will explain in the code what is going to happen. Okay, now this will be output with the help of carryover. Okay, that's fine. Let's try to code. First of all, there are three examples here. If the linked list is empty, then we have to return 0. Okay, now let's start code. First let's create a variable int carry. For now, for the first iteration, the carry will be 0. Okay, if the carry will be generated, then it will be going to the second iteration. So first we have to initialize carry with 0. Then let's create a resultant node. So list node result is equal to new list node 0. So we have created a new node result, and we are going to create a pointer current which is going to point the resultant node. Okay, sorry, that's fine. Now we are going to create a while loop. While L1 is not equal to null PTR or L2 is not equal to null PTR or carry is not equal to 0. So if any of the condition is true, then this while loop will work. If all the three conditions become false, then while loop will stop. So to stop the while loop, our L1 should become null pointer, L2 also should become null pointer, and carry should become 0. Then the while loop will stop and we will get our resultant data. Okay, if any of these condition is false, then for while loop will begin to execute, will continue to execute. Now we are going to give the if condition. If L1 is not equal to null PTR, means L1 has values for now. So first we are going to, at the top we are going to assign int val1 and val2 as 0. Okay, if L1 is not equal to null pointer, then we have to assign val1 with L1 val, and we have to increment. So L1 is equal to L1 of next. This is how we increment in the linked list. Else we are, if L1 has been finished and it's null pointer, then we are initialize the val1 with 0. This is how we are going to do. If L1 is not equal to null pointer, then it means L1 val has some value, so we are going to store value 1 with L1 val. If it is null pointer, then L1 does not have any value for now, so we are going to initialize val1 with 0. That's how it's working. And same for we are going to do for L2. So val2 is equal to L2 val, and L2 is equal to L2 next. Else val2 is equal to 0. That's finished. Now we have got 2 and 5. Now we have to add this. Okay, so we are going to create a variable sum, and we are going to add val1 plus val2. So here we will get 7. 2 plus 5 7, but here 4 plus 6 we will get 10. Okay, so but we have to, if there is an carry, then we have to keep the carry. Okay, so we are going to change the sum for later on. Let me show you first. So what is going to be carry? Okay, suppose 4 plus 6 is 10. Okay, so 10 divided by 10 will be 1, and 1 will be the carry over here. So carry is equal to sum modulo 10. Suppose sum is 19. Okay, so 19, then the carry will be 1.9. So 1.9 in integer, here carry is integer, so 1.9 when it will be converted to integer, it will be 1, so carry will be 1. That is how it's going to work. So carry has been finished. Now we are going to change the sum. So here sum is val1. Suppose 4 plus 6 is 10 and plus 0. Here carry over was not there, so 4 plus 6 is 10, so we have got 10, but we don't have to keep sum as 10, we are going to keep it 0. We want 1 carry over. So what we are going to do is, we are going to sum modulo 10. So if 10 modulo 10 will be 0, so 0 will be stored here. That's how it's gonna work. So that's finished. Now we have to store the data in current node, means result node. Okay, so for now we will create a next node of current with new node, new list node, and we are going to keep here sum, and then we are going to increment current. And then we are going to return result and next. Because the first node is 0, we don't want that. We are going to return result of next. Let's check out if there is any error. Okay, there is a semicolon missing. Let's check anywhere if it is missing. No. Now let's do this. No identifier for val1. Okay, so variable name is wrong. Okay, now I should run. Time limit exceeded. Let me check what's the problem here. While L1 is not equal to null pointer, L2 is not equal to null pointer, or carry is not equal to 0. Int val1, val2 is equal to 0, L1 is not equal to null pointer. Sorry, this will be carry will be sum divided by 10. I mistakenly wrote modulo. So it's working. All test cases are passed. Let me show you first the code. Let's revise the code. So carry will be initialized will be 0, and we will create a result node to store the result, and we will make a current node to point the current result. Okay. The while loop will run if any of the statement is true. If L1 is not equal to null pointer, L2 not equal to null pointer, carry not equal to 0. We are going to initialize L1 and L2 with 0. Then we are going to put if L1 is not equal to null pointer, L2 is not equal to null pointer, then we have to initialize L1 and L2 with the value of L1 val or L2 val. If any of this is null pointer, then we are going to initialize value 2 is equal to 0 and value 1 is equal to 0. And we are going to create sum is equal to sum modulo 10, which will be 4 plus 6, 6 will be 10, 10 modulo 10 will be 0 here. And the carry will be sum divided by 10, which means 10 divided by 10, which will be 1, so 1 will be carry over. Okay, so current, next we are going to store the sum, and we are going to then iterate, and then result we are going to create result next. So let's submit this code. Fine. Runtime I bet 90.84% users. Okay, 72 MB for night is fine. Now this is a full code. Okay, thank you. In next lecture, this was the, we are not thinking about time and memory complexity for now. We are going to solve with the easiest method possible so that everyone can understand, and after finishing the easiest method of all the questions, then we will consider the time complexity and memory complexity. So thank you for now, and in next lecture we are going to solve the third problem for LeetCode. So if you are interested in machine learning, web development and LeetCode problems, then you can subscribe our channel for future purpose. So thank you.